Morning Year 1, I hope you're all well and that you've all had a lovely weekend and that you're all ready for another week of home learning. Your work so far has been amazing, so a big well done to everyone. So in maths this week we're going to be looking at fractions and we're starting today by looking at half. So first of all, what is half and where have you heard that word before? Can you fold a piece of paper in half? Can you maybe split some Play-Doh in half? And half can be written as a fraction like this. So 1/2. Okay, and it has to be 2 equal parts, and we have done halving numbers before, but today we're going to be halving shapes. So there's an activity on the school website that looks like this, where you need to colour in half of each of these shapes, and then can you label it with our fraction 1/2, and you'll notice that 2 halves can make a whole. And then there's some at the bottom where you need to draw the line to split it in half. And then in English today, we're going to be looking at the prefix un, un. And a prefix, it's not a word by itself, but it can be added to the beginning of a word to change the meaning of the word to the opposite. So for example, I've got the word happy, and if I add the word un in front of it, I have unhappy, and these are opposites. Same with the word pack, and if I add un at the front, I've got unpack, and they are opposites as well. So your activity for this is, can you add the prefix un to these words and write it on the line next to it and explore how they have a different meaning? And then at the bottom there are some sentences, and we'd like you to change the word in bold to having the prefix un at the beginning, and can you explore how this changes the meaning of the sentences? And then in phonics this afternoon we're going to be revisiting the sound E, so there is a video online for you to watch all about that. And then for science we are continuing with materials, and we've got a job for you. Mr. Grinling would like a new coat, and he would like it to be waterproof, so when he is going to his lighthouse in the rain he doesn't get wet. So first of all, what is a waterproof material? So it's a material that doesn't let water get through it. So can you have a think of some things that need to be waterproof, and they would need to be made by a waterproof material? And then we would like you to explore some materials that are waterproof and some that aren't, to find the best material for Mr. Grinling's coat. So you could either watch a video online that we have attached, where a lady does this experiment, having a look at some waterproof and non-waterproof materials, or you could have a go yourself, which would be really good. So we've got some materials down here, and then can you tick if they are waterproof or not waterproof? And then of the materials that are waterproof, can you have a think about which would be the best one for Mr. Grinling's coat? And can you write why at the bottom? So when you've done that, can you design Mr. Grinling a new coat? Maybe you could have a look at some of the designs of coats in your house. Some have pockets, some have hoods. Maybe you could have a look at the different materials that are used on a coat. So some have nice cotton lining in the middle, or some have metal zips or plastic buttons. And can you colour in a picture? You could either use this template or you could draw your own and design Mr. Grinling a coat, labelling the different materials used, so the material on the outside, the material on the inside, maybe the material for the zips or the buttons, and think about what colour he'd like it to be as well. And we can't wait to see your designs for Mr. Grinling's new coat. So I hope you have a lovely day with those activities, and we can't wait to see your work later. Have a lovely day. Bye.